Now, in addition to the political cause, there were religious causes, there were social and economic causes that fueled the persecution of Christians, okay? And this starts roughly about the time of Nero, when Romans start to become aware that Christians are their own thing, they're separate from Jews. Jews are one thing, Christians are another. And so, as the persecution of the Christians picks up, all kinds of bad rumors get started as well. Okay. Now, as the persecution picks up, Christians begin to hide. They naturally run away from the persecution and seek to meet privately at night in someone's house or something like that. And that would fuel the suspicions even further, because now it's like, okay, not only did you not show your solidarity with the Roman Empire, now it looks as if you're meeting in secret and you're colluding to do something. And then other rumors began to be passed around that Christians were practicing incest, that they were eating babies baked into a loaf of bread, that they were drinking blood and eating the flesh, they were cannibals, and that there were orgies going on, and all kinds of other bad rumors. And so these, as rumors are often wont to do, they run wild, okay? And so anytime something bad would happen in the empire, like say an earthquake or a volcano or a famine or some kind of illness or something, an outbreak of a plague or something like that, Christians would be blamed for it, because the narrative ran like this: well, the gods are punishing us for allowing these Christians to persist and practice all of their diabolical practices and so forth. So again, this led to just one cycle of persecution after another. Okay, now in the year 112, the Emperor Trajan came up with a policy on how to persecute Christians, and using due process, he said that if Christians are found, they're not to be sought out, not to go out and kind of hunt them down, but if they're found, they should be given the opportunity to sacrifice. And if they don't, after the third time, they can be put to death. And so there was an official imperial policy. Okay. Now, there were social reasons for the persecutions as well. Socially, Christianity spread amongst the slaves and the lower classes, and it was pretty much well known that their life and their spiritually enlightened life was on a higher moral plane, okay? Because, if you're willing to undergo persecution for not sacrificing, not worshiping idols, you're probably going to make other changes to your life as well about living a pure, morally pure life. And so often this would be a rebuke to some of the higher class people who had lax morals. Moreover, Christians held to the equality of all people. They held that spiritually everyone was equal, which was also something that was hard for a lot of Romans to swallow, because they held that some people were naturally higher than others, okay? And so there were also an economic effect of this spiritual awakening of Christianity throughout the Roman Empire. And because people, when they are spiritually awakened, they change the way they spend their money. They change their habits and so forth and so on. And that makes some people unhappy. If you want to see an example of that, just consider Paul, whose preaching in Ephesus created a riot, and they wanted to kill Paul simply because many of the silversmiths there in the city did not like his preaching, because it undermined the economy, their craft of building little statues for Artemis or Diana, the goddess that was worshipped there in the temple. So this kind of persecution is going to go on for nearly 3 centuries.